It's that time of year again when the eyes of the tennis world turn to Melbourne. And with 2012 marking the 100th staging of the Australian Open, there's even more reason to celebrate.
Tournament's awesome, man. You know, it's the only Grand Slam where you can ask for 4 tickets and they give you 16, you know. Players love it because it is what it is. It's a players' Grand Slam.
Most of all, it manages to combine a very Australian form of friendliness with an excellent professionalism.
After spending the cold months of December in Europe, you arrive to Australia, you know, the weather is great and you're just happy to be a tennis player. It's one of my favorite Grand Slams.
Apart from its hospitality, the Australian Open is equally famous for the heat. With temperatures getting into the 40s, even the toughest can wilt.
I'm used to it, but you know, certain days are just, you know, too tough or, you know, too hard to experience.
But some players, like 2008 finalist Jo-Wilfried Tsonga, revel in the sun.
As you can see, I come from originally from Congo, and I like the sun. I like play in the heat, and it was all the time, you know, an advantage.
The Australian Open has a tradition of throwing up surprise finalists, perhaps most famously in 2006, when Cypriot Marcos Baghdatis lost to Roger Federer.
The players ranked a little lower, they understand that the Australian Open gives them the best chance of perhaps surprising a few of the big players because they haven't had the opportunity to play themselves into form. And when you look at all 4 of the Grand Slams historically, you do tend to get a couple of dark horses doing well at the Australian Open.
A finalist in both 2010 and 2011, Great Britain's Andy Murray now needs to turn his consistently impressive form in Australia into a first major title.
Most of the players say the same in the locker. When he pick one, he will pick 3, 4 or 5, because you know the feeling of that. But when you are in a final, Grand Slam final, and you don't know the sense, the feelings to take the trophy, it's difficult. And you notice that when he played the finals, for instance, in Australia. I mean, he was playing unbelievable, and then in the final, his step is down.
To go that final step, Murray has recruited the services of 2-time Australian Open champion and tennis legend, Ivan Lendl.
Ivan Lendl used to be a great player with a lot of experience. I'm sure he's going to bring a lot for Andy's game, and also it's very important the relation that the coach has with the player. You know, with these guys, the top guys, now you're not going to teach him how to play tennis. I think Ivan Lendl for sure is going to bring a big plus for Andy in the next few years.
Could this be Murray's year to win a slam? Will Djokovic continue to dominate? Or will there be a major surprise? The stage is set. Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, presented by Rio. Melbourne matters. We've an exclusive report from the Australian Open. And fighting fit at 30, we're up close with the legend still longing for more, 16-time Grand Slam champion Roger Federer. Don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com for your 24/7 breaking news and talk with us on Facebook and Twitter. See you next week.